Clothing for me is a wide range. You can do anything with clothing as long as you feel comfortable with it. You put it together and you see it as how you want it to be worn. That is, for me, is fashion. You can go with the trend, you can not go with the trend. Your personality comes out in fashion. Hi, I'm Anthony Nocom, but in the industry, I'm known as Tonichi, and I work for the SM store as an in-house designer and consultant at the same time. At first, it was more of interiors, fixing the house. Fashion, it just followed na lang after. I didn't even thought of getting into it. I finished high school at Xavier School, and then I worked in my father's office for a while. After that, I took a year course of interior design at PSID. Then I applied in Schumart. The application in Schumart is by accident, actually. I was there to pick up my friend, J.M. Goldborn, one of the stalwarts of the industry, saw me and then he said, "What do you do?" I said, "Well, I studied interior design." "Oh yes, why don't you work in SM?" I applied, and then after that, SEC Cawson interviewed me for the position as interior designer for the store. January 5, 1981 was the first Monday of 81. So I said, I'll just report on the first working day of 1981. And then from there, I worked in the interior design with the engineering department at that time. Before in Schumart, the displays are all in showcases, in boxes. They're always in fours, or rearrange it. That's what I am tasked to do. And then from then on, I went to display department. It's a learning experience for me, because, I love fashion, laying out the mannequins, the clothes, how it's going to be worn. From display, I became a junior merchandiser of the boutique square, because the boutique square actually in SM before, it's just like a store within a store concept. So the boutique square had imported merchandise from shoes to bags to accessories. Plus, of course, that time, ready-to-wear was booming already here in our country. So at that time, I have no knowledge at all that in ready-to-wear or the fashion business because I did study fashion. I don't even know how to cut. I like to sew, but it's just a basic sewing. But then from then on, I learned the ropes of the industry of the ready-to-wear business. Through the years, that interest developed in me. I love to read books, buy books about it, retail, merchandising, being with friends in the industry also at the same time. So my knowledge in the industry is all from SM, from my work experience. Every day for me in the office it's just a class. Actually, it's you learn something new. I never stopped learning up to this time. I developed the label Designer lines, which is what I used before my namesake came in. The time when I was awarded to use the label Anthony Nocom, at first I didn't like it. Actually, I told my boss I don't like to use my name. Can I use another label? No, you have to use your name. Because at the time it was the generation that people use the label. So because I felt my name isn't that sounding enough to be in the market. After that, up to this day, up to everybody, then I focused on menswear instead of women's wear. My clothes, it's basic styles, but there's certain detail in it. I use good quality fabrics. I'm very particular in the quality of the shirt, how it come out. So it's a process also in the factory to come up with a good sample for Schumart to buy it and sell it in the store. And of course, the price point is important because the SM is known for low price but good quality clothes. I think that's the secret of being in the ready-to-wear business. Before, you will rarely see Pinoy men shopping in Schumart. The Filipino men are very conservative in a way. The men are afraid to try out new things. Before, to wear walking shorts in public is not easy to pull it off, or wear a colored pink shirt for that matter. The men would say, "Oh, wait." Through the years, I saw how the men shop, but the men are the best shoppers. Why? Because the men, when they shop, if they like a fit of a polo shirt, or the pants, they will ask, "Ilan kulay ho ba itong ganyan?" "Sir, tatlo ho." "Sige, kukunin ko yung tatlong kulay." That's why they buy all the colors, they like the fit. Because men are very particular in fitting than women. Men are getting to be more vain, The trend in fashion is changing at the same time. Plus, the foreign brands are coming in already. So, information on men's fashion, so they're more aware already from then on. Of course, as a ready-to-wear designer, you have to go with the times as well. So, whatever is in trend, what's coming or what that you can sell in the store, why not? Ready-to-wear is more challenging than made-to-order because the client will go and see the designer. They will talk, they'll ask your background, what do you do? So in order for them to do something, to create an outfit. With us, I don't know my customers at all. I don't have any idea who buys my clothes. I only depend on the sales personnel in the store. I decided I'll do menswear. It's better for me because no one's doing menswear, especially ready to wear. Hindi ko naman pinili yun agad actually. It just brought me to there. I don't even know how to sketch. There's a full sketch with a pose. My knowledge in sketch is only flat sketch, but through this I also learned how to draw a little bit, and it comes out okay. But before it was really awful. It was really bad because my training is ready-made. Yun ang ko sa exposure ko sa fashion design. The challenges, first of course, men here are not the same as the men abroad. Abroad, they're broader mind in terms of fashion. They try anything. Here is very conservative. I think up to this day, the men are still conservative. They can go trendy, but not too trendy. Doing menswear for quite some time, I said to myself, I'd better try doing something different now. Since I understand women's clothes, so my boss told me to do a product dev of our SM Woman sleepwear. I said, okay, but you're going to handle the satin fabric na sleepwear, not the basic, the cottony fabric na sleepwear, because she knows there's a market for it. To me, it's a challenging one because from menswear to women's wear, wow, big change, of course. I said to myself, it's better na rin than doing regular ladies wear. The trendy fashion, it's harder for me. Sleepwear is easier. Initially, I saw the collection is being sold in the store, so I tried to do it slowly, change the proportion, make it more modern, more fresh looking, which the Pinay would wear. Through my years of experience, I already know what would sell and what would not sell. With menswear, it's only polo shirt and pants. Women, you have to think a lot of things. There's the blouses, the skirt, the pants, the proportioning. It's much challenging if it's women. I have to think twice before I do something. How would I want this design to come out? And of course, I always think of the customer who's gonna buy it. Will it suit her? Will she like it? Now, I'm more comfortable designing women's wear. Well, of course, it's sleepwear. The most important thing for me is the fabric print, actually, and the color that would suit the market. So, of course, I have to come up with something. I would introduce something new also, depending on what the market trend now. Mostly gut feel also, actually, in designing. But sometimes, if the merchandiser, the buyer said, alam mo, Tonichi, hindi to masyado nabibenta agad-agad. Of course, we want sales. So, why not do this like that? So, I compromise with the merchandiser and the buyer what to come out with, actually, in terms of the design and for the whole collection of sleepwear. I would do shows before abroad for SITEM when there's a trade mission by the Department of Trade and Industry. The Fashion Design Council of the Philippines, the FDCP, were invited to come up with a collection for abroad. We did one in Bangkok. In Shanghai is the last one that we did. And then some small trade fairs that the SITEM would organize, and then they would select designers who would be interested to participate. Local designers to penetrate abroad is a big task, and you have to have the money. The designers are not export-oriented. We can only provide services. I don't even know the knowledge of export. At the time we were in SITEM, they would give us a seminar on export for a week just to learn the business, the knowledge of, so when we talk to the people abroad, we have an idea. To lead a group of designers with their own individual minds is a challenge, actually. Our designers here has the talent and the creativity. Why? Because the mixture of the East and the West culture that we encounter, from the Spaniards to the Asian, we're starting to come out with the local weaves, which is good. To be outstanding, we have to come up with something different in terms of fabric, design, very distinctly Pinoy. One also is the embroidery, which we are good in. But then the embroidery thing is dying out also because the younger generation refuse to do hand embroidery, they'd rather stick to the machine. I'll be very proud of our embroidery because iba yung hand embroidery natin dito. It's all hand stitch and that's really manual labor. Filipinos are basically fashion conscious. Everybody loves fashion here. Because I think Pinoys love to dress up. But they still have to learn the ropes of fashion design. Creating your own style, putting together clothes from different brands, and then, it comes out to be your own. Pandemic came in, everything stopped. Offices are closed for a year, so there's nothing is being sold in the store. So everybody has to stay home. Well, that was a big blow for us designers. I pity those designer friends of mine who has shops because they have to let go their workers. Walang tahi eh. There's no events, there's no weddings. So, siyempre, they're struggling. And then they tell me, you're so lucky, Tonichi, at least you have SM. I go, yeah, but then the store is closed. Paano yan? I said, di ba? So I don't have deliveries. I don't have anything to be delivered. So, ganun din. We're still on the same boat. Then I thought of coming out with a kaftan for women. Since it's stay at home, nobody dresses up. So something dressier for women at home. So those women who want to dress up, they can wear the kaftan. Because the kaftan you can wear any time of the day, any time of the year. Kaftan will always be there. It's a matter of which either you wear to the beach or you entertain people at home or it's just pambahay. It clicked. And, well, of course, at the price I'm selling it. So, plus it's nice because it's in satin. I thought satin wouldn't sell because of the weather here, but they like it because it's malambot and it's good for their skins. Now I can see in the market, people start to come out with kaftans. When I see these things, I just said to myself, I still continue what I do. All I have to do is just step up and do something different pa din. We are now here in my section, SM Women's Sleepwear. These are some of the pajamas, PJs that I do. And this is a kaftan, which sold very well. Then I also have some shorts, if they don't want to wear just the shorts alone, they can also buy like this. So it's all at affordable prices. Oh, this one is my bestseller line of kaftan. When it came out, it sold very, very well. You can see because the matron is black and then with a white piping to emphasize the silhouette. It's V-shaped, so it covers the body of the woman. And my sizes are big. There's no problem with women with full figure, they can wear this anytime. That's why they love to wear this anytime. Another way is you can also wear it belted. It comes with another look din pag naka-belted. So some women will put a belt. Another bestseller is this white robe for weddings, actually. Before they shoot the bride-to-be, they buy a lot of these white robes. That's why I always have to come out to white robes because of for the wedding entourage, they will take, their videos, take mini makeup, so they wear white robes all the time. So I always come out with a variety of styles of robes to suit them, whatever they like. The fabric is charmeuse satin. These are the charmeuse satin, which the women start to like right now because of its softness and cool, especially when you're in an air-conditioned room. You'll never go wrong with wearing kaftan. This is not only limited to just sleepwear. You can do it as an outerwear. I mean, it's the practicality of dressing.
This is the Anthony Nocom sleepwear collection.
This idea came about with my director friends from Fashion Week. They saw my clothes and then they said, why don't you come up with a show? I go, what show are you talking about? Nobody does shows now. They all do video. Iba pa rin, the customers would look at it up close, feel the fabric, and they can decide to buy it right away. They thought we'll just make it very exclusive. I'm coming out with the different silhouettes of the kaftan, some as tunics or dresses, some of them as tops lang, but the silhouette is still there. One thing nice with this is because it's free size, so I don't have to worry about fitting. All the pants are all gartered waist, so it's easier to work with. Including in the show, some pajama sets and some camisole tops, which I mix match with it that I come out with SM Woman sleepwear. Fashion shows here in Manila is a means of entertainment. So anything that fashion people will go and watch. It's just a small show. It's very short lang. And because I'm just presenting 32 pieces, anybody can wear this. Some of them can even accessorize it. So it's up to them how they want it to wear. There's no limitations actually. As long as they feel comfortable and if they look good, they're very happy with it. I'm ready to wear this. All my thinking is always ready to wear. My role is to come up with something, what the market needs and what the market wants. That's what I do best. In the years to come, I still want to be in fashion. I still love fashion. I will never leave fashion, I think. Fashion always fascinates me, actually, whether men's, women's. And I want the Filipinos for us to be known also globally. I'm very proud if I hear of any Pinoy that's doing very well abroad in terms of design, because he or she is able to showcase the talent of the Pinoy. Anybody in books or anyone, basta pag Pinoy, I'm very proud that they did well abroad. I mean, they're making a name abroad. For the young designers as well is to have their own DNA. Because if not, wala, you'll just be the same as everybody else. And they shouldn't be in a hurry because it's not an overnight thing. I've gone through a lot also. Never forget who you are. You have to be true to yourself. Whatever you design, is your personality comes out there. And be humble. If you have this, I think you will never go wrong.